Go live. And now let's start the other ones. There you go. There you go. There you go. Okay. Should be working in most of them. And we're missing one that is probably gonna start doing things that I don't want it to. Yay. Yeah, you do things, yeah. Oh my god. Right. Hopefully all of you can see me and hear me. I have my collection of cups that I haven't taken care of. Yeah, sure. You don't even doesn't help me at all with anything ever. But here we are. That should work. This should be working, and we're missing this one. Yay, go live. There you go. That's the last one. So, on today's podcast, on today's live stream, what I was mentioned. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? So I got sent an image of a cat from one of my subscribers, and I was thinking of drawing that. So yeah, all good, all good. How was it with the snow? All good? Did it keep snowing? I don't know the temperature now on New York. Half an inch. Oh, that's just not too bad. Oh, it's -7 centigrade. The Celsius, I think. Yeah, it's kind of cold. At least it's not Canada cold, but it's enough that it can be suffered. But I do like cold weather. I appreciate cold weather. I wanted to live. Well, I was gonna live in Vancouver, which I guess is not that cold, and I lived in Toronto, which is really cold during winter. Kind of freaked me out because I didn't even experience full winter, and I was like, this is not full winter, this is just beginning. Oh Lord. So yeah. Music here more because I want you all to feel. You don't like winter? Well, I don't know. Maybe I would say that maybe it's because I'm from a different weather myself. But sorry. to your point, the place I'm originally from is not warm because it's a mountain, or it's a bunch of mountains. So it is it, now it's a little bit warmer, but it got really cold every now and then. So yeah, it's a bunch of mountains. We'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna go with this or with pencil. I messed up the framing, and I might be regretting it. Should I move it even more? That that was probably fine. Nope. Yes, there you go. It's not. No. What am I doing? Hmm. So I guess I have to move the actual sketch. I'm sorry, Carpincho. I'm sorry for that. Okay. So leave it alone. Alright. Hmm. I should do it for that. So I don't know if that answered your question, but I enjoy winter. Well, your comment. Oh my god, I'm getting worse. I guess it accumulates. When I was in school, I was like, yeah, I'll do everything. All nighters, doesn't matter. I'll do every all nighter. But now, like, yeah, I pass. Yeah, looking back on it, it's not worth it. It's better to get a good night's sleep. It's not worth it. Whatever it is you have to deliver, it's not worth it. Like if you are a surgeon, sure, neurosurgeon or something, go for it, 100%. But if not, if somebody else's life doesn't depend on it, like just just let it be. take your time with it, and yeah. And I'm telling you this, and I'm doing like I'm eating away from my sleeping schedule, but right now I cannot do this at any other time without running into a bunch of different issues. So, yeah, it is what it is. We used to have a cat like this one at my grandma's house. Actually, all the cats in that house got kind of used to dogs, and dogs got used to cats because my grandmother, well, my grandparents always had both, so they had to get along. I'm not saying that cats love that, or they're kind of against it, really, but yeah, like, well, dude, you have to live with your furry friends. And it was more like they tolerated each other. Dogs, they don't really. If it's a chill dog, they just look at the cat and they try to befriend the cat. But cats usually don't want to do anything with dogs. Just look at them like suspiciously. 100%. Am I messing up the drawing? Only time will tell. Oh yeah, sure. Like, I can only imagine. Poor dog. Has too many, and cats in general. They're not. Uh, yeah, they're like they don't they don't want that much interaction. They want to they want you to leave them alone for the most part. So and, and they get all full of attitude if they're upset. So I can only imagine the poor dog trying to coexist with many cats. My dog would freaking lose it. Like he has seen cats, but he's like afraid of them. Like he doesn't. I don't think he understands that that's not a dog. So he sees a cat and just tries to smell the cat or something. And of course, cats just freak out at him, and he freaks out. So luckily, he hasn't like actually got really close to one of them because he might get marked by the cat. Yeah, yeah. My dog is like super. He just barks. He likes to bark. He doesn't like loud noises, so he tends to bark. So we've been trying to reduce the noise in our place, like external noise, so he doesn't. And it actually made him a lot better, but we had to switch some of the stuff around. And outside, I don't have the same level of soundproof that we have where I have my setup. So yeah, when he's here, like right now, he's sleeping comfortably. He cannot hear the outside. But when we're outside and people walk around and that sort of thing on on the building, then he freaks out every now and then. So you have to be mindful of that. Put it a little bit more. Maybe the issue is that I lower this. Yeah, well, that's probably the issue. Okay. This is a nice picture. Feels really 80s. 80s or 90s. Or at least it reminds me of that time. Looks cool. Ah, yeah, no worries. I think I'm not getting recommended on this. Huh. That's weird. Maybe it didn't. Oh, it is. How about the other ones? The time could be. That could be it too. I don't know how to tell. Either or. Right. So apparently, I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday because my memory is failing me. Could be age, could be tiredness. But what was failing me, what was making my computer glitch was this freaking light. I think I mentioned that. So today I kind of did like a bypass for for the electricity, so it would be on a separate thing, not connected to my computer. It's way more expensive to fix my computer than to fix a light. So yeah. Actually, I think this goes like to here, and this is kind of the perfect picture for this sort of technique. Probably it's not easy to see right now. I'm going to try to. I need to get a better camera. That's my first buy when I'm able to monetize this thing. Yeah. Hopefully, one day, one day. I don't know. Today is being a little weird. That usually you get some people joining the stream, but now, huh? That's weird. I don't. How's that cheek? That strong cheek. Well, hopefully I am able to do the cat justice with my drawing. They get so bothered by certain things. They're really funny. Like my my cousin, he had a cat like before, like he lost that cat. He got out of the house and never came back. But I think I messed up. Did I mess up? I'm not sure. Hard to tell. Yeah, a little bit. So what was funny to me was that when I went to visit them. They live in the U.S. So I went to visit them, and they had to take the cat to the vet, because I don't know, he wasn't, apparently the cat wasn't feeling well for whatever reason. So it's always expensive to take them to a vet, no matter if it's dog or cat or a pet in general. If you gotta take them to the vet, it's, well, prepare your budget for it. So we take the cat to the vet. They check him out and stuff. Oh, he might have this and that and this other thing. Give the cat this. Sorry. Give the cat this medicine and such. So the medicine, if I remember correctly, was like, you would have to give like uh, it wasn't an injection, like the container for the injection. I don't know how you call that thing, but a specific amount with that, without the actual needle. It's just the vessel that you give to the cat. Well, it's a cat. You can you can imagine how it is. Well, you have a cat, so obviously you can tell uh, stories about that sort of thing. it was it was really funny. Like my cousin, my uncle, and me trying to get a hold of the cat because we needed to give him the medicine, and yeah, he wasn't having it. And it's like they know, they sense stuff, because the moment we said, well, let's find the cat so we can give him the thing, the dude just knew. All of a sudden he knew that we were trying to grab him, and he freaked out and started, like, it was a whole struggle. like we like you we had to like throw a towel over the cat and hold him so we could give him the thing. So yeah, it's like a little tiger. So when exactly, yeah, that's what we had to do, like roll them up, roll the cat up. But even then, like he wasn't like, if you got too close, he would have like opened whatever you put in front of him. So yeah, they're really they're fighters for sure. I saw this thing about a cat that got really famous on TikTok. That apparently this is not common for cats, but apparently that specific cat liked to start fights with other cats. It was weird. Like they put a live camera on the cat for whatever reason, which is another thing that is weird about TikTok. But and I didn't even see the thing. Like I saw people commenting about the thing and they showed a clip or something like that. But apparently the cat would like chase the other cats. Hi. So the cat would chase the other cats to fight with them. It was really weird because they fight. They fight when there's a like they're fighting for food or I don't know. There's a female around that sort of thing. That's normal, but usually they have like a little fight and then they go separate ways. Whoever wins won, and that's it. But apparently this cat wouldn't let go and just kept on following cats. That was freaking weird. And they have like I think it goes live. I don't know if the cat's still around, but like doing that all the time, I don't think they would survive enough because eventually another cat would get him or maybe a group of cats. I don't know if that's like a thing. But also in that place, seems like they have a bunch of strays. I have to. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. I try to. I try to do the best I can. Sometimes I feel like I do good drawings, and sometimes like I don't know how to draw. But it changes. I guess it depends on how I'm doing with the muses that specific day with the art cuts. If you believe in that sort of thing, which I wouldn't want to mess with really. Just want to get in, do my artwork, and get out. Alright, baby, woke up. I'm trying to figure out what helps her sleep for longer. I think that's one of the things that is the most challenging that people don't fully tell you before. Well, they do mention like, oh, get sleep before. Yeah, it's not like once you're in the thing, like you don't really sleep. Like doesn't matter if the baby is about to come or if it's already there. You're not gonna sleep the same way because you're always attentive to whatever for any situation that may arise. See if I can get a little bit more. Come on, hand. It's been getting better, but every now and then it decides to give me a hard time. It's definitely better than before. I think as long. Come on. I think as long as you follow the direction of the hair, if you're doing an animal, or it could be a bird if you're doing feathers, you should be fine with this technique. Actually, I would say it's like great for this specifically. Hi, how are you? Segre. Thank you. Appreciate it. Glad you like the stuff I do. Try to do the best I can. What? All good. All things considered. All good. Yeah. Sí, yo hablo español e inglés. Solo que hago mi contenido en inglés. Eh, Puedes escribir en español si quieres. So yeah, I speak English and Spanish. That's one of the things I get asked a lot. But yeah, no. Uh, a subscriber sent it to me. Italiano. Io io parlo io parlo eh, I don't know how to say small in Italian. Piccolo. But that doesn't translate well. Io parlo piccolo italiano. Yeah, that's more like for kids, right? Or for certain things, but I don't think it applies for small. I I'm not sure. Anyway, we in Venezuela we have a huge like we had a huge immigration of Italian people. So I grew up hearing it. Parlo un poco italiano. Penso che tu intenda. Sì. I think I understand. Yeah. Maybe if had the time or the energy, I could learn other languages. I know a little bit of a few. Like, I know a few things of Korean, a few things of Japanese, uh, Italian from what I just mentioned. The ones that I know the most is English and Spanish. Let's see. Yeah, it looks decent. Yeah. I don't know. I was talking about yesterday that sometimes if you let it, then if you do a mistake, then if you let it overwhelm you, then it can take over a drawing or I guess an endeavor that you're doing. So dealing with that, it's important. I like to figure out a way to translate what I'm capable of doing while looking at an image into my own drawings, and sometimes I do translate it. I know it's hard to explain, but three dimensionality, it's like I know how to make things into 3D, but bringing the level of detail that you bring uh, from an image to a drawing from imagination, that can get tricky. So yeah, if I could translate what I know I can do to my own style, I think that would help me level up further. I think I just have to work on it. Oftentimes, I don't know who's listening to this, but oftentimes is that when you're pursuing art, you cannot be timid. And I'm an introverted person, so hmm? Hello. So figuring out ways into which you can channel, like bring out all the power that is within you to your art, and not lose it. It's important. I don't know if it makes sense what I'm saying, but um, I was talking yesterday about flow state. That's kind of what I'm mentioning. Once you're in a flow state, you're connecting to a state of mind that the only thing that exists is the task. Gracias. Yeah. Uh, I don't know if you've seen Soul. I think is the movie. I think I mentioned it in a previous stream at some point. But that movie, I think, is the best example I've seen a flow state in a modern film. So there's a bunch of characters that get into the flow state in that movie, and they show it. They do a really awesome job of showcasing what it actually entails to get into a flow state. And the other thing is, once you get in the flow state, depending on the person, if you get out, it's hard for the person to get back into that state of mind, because it's kind of like your brain is behaving in a specific way, let's say, and the flow state is another specific wave or functionality of your brain. And the ones that are incredible at certain things, they can do it like back and forth. So I think I'm decent at it, but the thing is, I also think that sometimes for me it's easy to get out of that state of mind, and it takes me a while to get back in. Thank you, appreciate it. That's something you learn over time. Uh, no worries. De Venezuela. That's why I have this deck of cards that I made. Yeah. Ah, saludos. Our countries are like brothers or family in a way, joined together by history. Ah, okay. It is. It's a really nice country. We visited. Well, we're trying to figure out where to migrate to, and we cross Colombia to get to Argentina. Pollo con miel. I don't think I have. I'll look it up. I don't know if that was a joke, but yeah, I'll look it up. Gracias. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, honey. That's the translation. Gracias, gracias. Appreciate it. Thank you. Igualmente. Hope to see you next time. This is a good point to actually film this part because, yeah, I don't need to think that much for this part. This reminds me of the, I don't know how to translate it, media tinta, but it's like hyper realistic pencil. I did one when I was studying. I don't know if I'm sad that I don't have it the original because they took it from me when I was studying. The school was able to take your work to showcase it, but then, yeah, after it gets out of rotation, they put it on a deposit place, like a room where they have a bunch of works from different students. And once they put it out of rotation, I started asking for it so I could get it back, because if they're not gonna use it, they're not gonna do anything with it. So if they could please give it to me. They never did. And then guess what happened after? This is this is a fun part of the whole thing. One day I go to Instagram and I see uh, a friend of ours uh, answering, or I saw my media tinta. I made a Louis Armstrong picture, and I said like, that I made that. And I started asking the person like, hey, I made this, do you have it? Please, I would love to get it back. So I reached out to the person. Apparently it was a friend of a friend. And oh yeah, it was all messed up and we had to fix it and a bunch of whatever nonsense. I asked and yeah, it didn't. Yeah, I do. I am. Actually, I'm currently live on Twitch. If you want to check it out, I'm on Twitch, on Kick, on TikTok, on Facebook, and I was going live on Instagram, but yeah, that was a hassle every single time. So I decided to not continue to stream on Instagram. I don't know if I should go back to it, but well, the point that I was trying to make about the my drawing is that I never got it back, and whoever has it, please, if you're listening to this of or somebody share this with you, I would appreciate you giving it back to the rifle owner. Uh, yeah, it took me a lot of effort and time. I guess technically you could say that, but there's some nuance about it. It wasn't technically stolen. It was sort of like misplaced into hands that should not have it because that should be on the school. But yeah. that that remind me so many things that like things that shouldn't be. But yeah, if whoever, because maybe I know that some of the people that study with me see the stuff I do. Uh, if by any reason of the imagination you hear what I'm mentioning, I would really appreciate getting back my artwork. It took me a lot of effort and time, and yeah, I'm the author of it. Whether you doesn't matter whatever you use it for, it's my artwork. And if we're gonna get technical about it, I guess I did sign that the school had the right to keep my artwork. So the rightful owner, if we're gonna get really technical, would be the school, not a third party, which I guess it breaks the accord. So yeah, I would appreciate getting it back. Uh, it obsessed me to a point that I don't know. Uh, I don't know if I should call out the person, but I just want my artwork back. I get asked every now and then about that specific piece, and I have to explain that I never got it back. And yeah, if it was on the school, like where I graduated from, and people would be able to see it and learn from it and so on and so forth, fine. But that's not where that is. So yeah, it's really upsetting. I wonder if yeah. Anyway, guess waiting for justice is not. I don't know. I don't know about justice in this world. Every now and then, there's justice. But oftentimes, people act as if they did nothing wrong. It can be really infuriating. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I think my live stream got cut off. Yeah. Who would have thought? Alright. Like, I guess they set it up in a particular way because if I were monetized, they would have to pay for all the time that I spend streaming. But I'm not monetized. Like, let me stream. I'm not. I'm just doing my drawing. Yeah, 100%. My illustration. I guess the solace that I find is because I know I'm not the only one that happened to in regards to to that school. It's like a thing that was common, and every now and then you were lucky and you got your stuff back. Thank you. That's the idea. Then it ends up looking like the picture. Sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't. I guess technically this isn't white, this is supposed to be gray, so I really like this technique. It lets you get to, as I said, realism. You can do whatever, and you're just using one tool. Yeah, it's not that great when you make a mistake, like like a big mistake, but oftentimes it's manageable. So there's this dilemma about should you save the whites on artwork or should you recover them? This is that's such a really down the rabbit hole discussion. I think if you're gonna do the technique exactly, you should save the white. Just reserve it. But if you miss the mark, you can always recover it. And I know this is way too exaggerated. It should be less, but I would say that this is kind of crude for a portrait, but um, I tend to do more crude things, I guess. And actually, this should start higher up. Yeah, it could work too. Well, certainly. You can do it all with a pen. You just don't have the patience, I guess, right now. I'm wondering if that's a bot or if that's just going to assume that that's. Oh, okay. So, alright. A forest landscape. Uh, I could try. Uh, I don't know. That's not particularly my cup of tea. I'm not good with backgrounds, but or I the most honest answer is that I get bored with backgrounds. That's why I do characters. And I could do like a demo, background demo. Like I know a lot about uh, urban drawing because my mom is an architect. So yeah, I guess I try to steer away from what she did, but I didn't I didn't get that far off. You broke your arm? That that's terrible. I hope you get better. Yeah. I know what it feels to uh, not be able to do the things you want to do because you got hurt by whatever means. I broke my rotula. I don't know the translation, but I broke my. Technically, it wasn't the rotula. It was my meniscus. Uh, one of my meniscus broke in four parts, so they had to stitch it together. So in order for me to get the surgery, I had to withstand, like, I don't know, it was like what it felt like an eternity of walking around on uh, stills. I think, I don't know, the thing they put you on, like that you put it under your arm to walk. Yeah, not fun. Not fun at all. Crutches. That's it. That's a word. Yeah, I had to. That was when I was in high school. So I was 16. So the most terrible time for somebody to be in crutches because you're trying to look cool and be cool, and nothing less cool than being in crutches. For me, trying to play basketball, or well, I was playing basketball, but I fell the wrong way, and I didn't know at the time that my knees are terrible. But yeah, it's not fun to break anything. So yeah, hope you get better. Also follow what they tell you. It's important to to follow what the doctor tells you and go for rehab. So your well physical therapy. So your arm gets better and you regain strength. Uh, to play, I prefer basketball. That's my jam, man. I'm a I'm a Jordan Michael Jordan fan. Uh, apparently he's kind of controversial. I didn't know a lot about a bunch of stuff about him when I was growing up. I only saw the star. Oh, you do? Yeah, basketball is really cool. Like, don't ask me for a bunch of names because I know LeBron. It's like the the new Michael. Even though some people hear that and they would no, they're not the same. Yeah, they're not the same, but I mean in importance they're similar to the sport. There's a really good movie that I saw on Netflix with what's his name? Adam Sandler. That it's about a kid that is good at basketball, but he usually plays street basketball, like 21 and that sort of thing, or middle of the court, 3 versus 3, just playing for money. That's a good movie. It was well made. I like the story. And apparently, Adam Sandler, he enjoys playing basketball a lot. So that was right on his alley, I guess. It's fun, just playing some hoops every now and then. Even though here there's like 2 basketball courts every, I don't know, 520 kilometers or something, if there's any. They don't play that much basketball here. It's just football all around. So yeah, I really liked basketball growing up. Thank you. Appreciate it. Glad you like it. It's not finished, and I can still see a bunch of points in which I should add more contrast, but I already passed my time frame, so I'll probably finish it up tomorrow morning and share the results. Feels good to have my hand back. This, I don't know, 60-70%. I was like a 50 before or something. Took me like I don't know, a couple months to get it back. Oh yeah, and right now it's pretty much healed. Thank you. Thank you. Glad you like it. So I'll see if I can finish this tomorrow. I'm going to go to bed. I guess I'm gonna drink this, like, the cold coffee. Ugh. I didn't want to leave it there. Anyways, um, yeah, don't don't drink cold coffee. It's horrible. Um, So if you watch the stream, if you're watching this in the future, thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, hitting that bell, and all that good stuff. It helps me a bunch. It's completely free for you, and it helps me continue to follow my dreams. Hopefully, one day I'll be able to get monetized. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll be ending the stream soon, so I'll see you all next time. Yeah. Right. Uh, right. Let me look for my music. I'll cut the stream. Yeah. Right. Good night.